Hello. Welcome to Some Awe, a meditation on wonder. What happens when you point a telescope at the spaces between the stars? If it's an optical telescope searching for visible light, then you will see nothing, darkness. But if you use a radio telescope and aim it past the moon and the stars and the galaxies, right into that darkness, then you find the beginnings of the universe itself. Light from the cosmic aftermath of the Big Bang. That light's not visible. Not anymore. 13.7 billion years have stretched out those waves from white light to microwaves. Faint, faded, but still there, still finding us after traveling since the beginning of time. A memento from the universe's childhood, given to all children who gaze beyond the stars. Can you feel light on your skin? The tingle of trillions of massless particles bouncing off of you? Do you detect the warmth of their energy being absorbed and transferred? When light hits a surface, some of that light bounces off into our eyes, allowing us to see the surface, its shape, its color, its polygons. But some is absorbed, its energy converted into heat. All the energy that sustains our world comes from the sun, daylight, moonlight, the gravity that formed and still guides our planet, the fuel for the plants and creatures around you, the light coming out of your screen into your eyes. Light warms. We know this. We feel it. Never more immediately than when it is gone. In an eclipse, when the moon wants the spotlight for a bit and blocks the light of the sun, it gets cold in that darkness. Even if it only blocks a little, the temperature change on the Earth is noticeable, up to 15 degrees centigrade. Light is energy. Energy is light. You produce light too. The heat you generate deep inside, radiating outwards in the infrared. You yourself are a light in the darkness. Everything bends to the might of entropy. Everything. Our sun is certainly no exception. Even black holes fade, slowly leaching out their mass as Hawking radiation. You can find plenty of entropy all around you, too. It's in the fading echo of a bird call as it reverberates through the landscape. Organized sound waves becoming weaker, filtered, and scrambled by the space they move through. Or the flow of water during the spring melt, from ordered snowpack to mountain stream, to rushing river, and finally to the chaotic ocean, where it joins and mixes with all the water that ever has been and ever will be on this blue planet. Entropy is the penultimate journey for all things, from organized structures to diffused uniformity. It dims and disintegrates all over time. Mountains crumble. Stars go supernova. Materials get scattered and become the seeds of new order, born on the winds of chaos. But with each cycle, some things are lost. It starts with the seed of the Big Bang. Perfect order. Highest energy. Matter spreads throughout the universe as entropy takes hold on its way to uniform emptiness. A final, hollow triumph for order. But between those moments is chaos, complexity, life. And you, too. Still alive, and still observing the exchanges of energy across the universe. Beyond the edges of the atmosphere lies the incredible vastness of space. But that vastness is far from empty. From the beginning of time, countless neutrinos have been moving through the cosmos at nearly the speed of light. And new ones are born all the time, in the hearts of stars and nuclear reactors. Our universe is full of neutrinos. But neutrinos are nearly impossible to measure. Despite the fact that there are so many of them, they rarely interact with anything in the universe. Neutrinos stream through matter as easily as they move through the vacuum of space. About 100 billion neutrinos are passing through every square centimeter of your body right now. But you won't feel a thing, and not a single neutrino will make contact with any of your 7 billion atoms. These numbers don't really make sense to us, though. 100 billion neutrinos? Atoms numbering 7 followed by 27 zeros? They can't properly communicate the sheer scale. There are plenty of mental exercises to capture the scale of a billion, but my favorite is the simple truth that it would take 100 years to merely count to a billion, and that's assuming that you can reliably say numbers like 423,786,305 within a few seconds. But those numbers are inside you. They make you. You contain unknowable complexities. Thanks for listening to Some Awe. This program was made possible by grant funding for the arts and through the support of listeners like you. Think back to that invisible light from the Big Bang, redshifted far beyond red. The cosmic background radiation. Ancient photons, electromagnetic refugees fleeing from the moments when the very first atoms came to be. When the universe had cooled and spread enough for there to be disparity. Where there had been oneness, now there was matter and void. Now there was separation. Now there was light and there was darkness.